Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is the official Canelo Alvarez versus Jaime Munguia post-fight review, and your result of the fight is a clear Canelo Alvarez unanimous decision victory. Now, I have so much I can say about this, and I will. But before I do, let me swing it over to Pops. Pops, what did you think of the fight?
I think I'm gonna say what I always say, even though I didn't. I usually I stand by my word. A lot of things. I always say experience is a big teacher, and we've seen today what Brendan also there's levels to fighters fighting levels. Tonight again, it proved that point again that experience from Canelo. He was in a higher level, better level fighter than C level. Munguia, and it showed today, and BT called it in respect to him. I thought this young buck's going to do something. He didn't do it. Mm-hmm. The experience from Canelo, the way he's won a lot of fights, he's been through a lot of mileage, and he proved why he's still champion. Shout out to Canelo and the Mexican fans.
No, it really comes as no surprise to me because I've never thought highly of Munguia at any point. I think he's a good fighter. I think he's a fun TV fighter for boxing, and I do think he's improved a bit throughout the year. He's improved throughout the years.
Most protected?
But he's definitely been one of the most protected fighters for years. And this goes all the way back to when he avoided Andrade, when he avoided Johnny Beck, and even back to when he got his ass beat by Dennis Hogan. And look, even when he won his first world title against Saddam Ali was a blown up world fighter who won against Miguel Cotto. Mm-hmm. So that was a mismatch, right? So I've never really been that sold on Munguia. And so when this fight got signed, I looked at it as a guy in Canelo who, and you guys know me and Canelo coverage here on the channel. There's a lot of history there, and it's not so favorable towards Canelo, but I've always recognized that Canelo is, in fact, an A-level fighter. So he's not going to lose to no non-A-level fighters. He'll lose to a Bivol. Bivol's creme de la creme top shelf. Yeah, he'll lose to Floyd. Floyd was creme de la creme top shelf. Some people thought he lost to Golovkin. Many people thought he lost to Golovkin. Golovkin was creme de la creme top shelf. Well, guess what? Jaime Munguia was and has never at any point in his career been creme de la creme top shelf. Some people don't even think he beat Sergey Derevyanchenko, right? Mm-hmm. So, seeing how the fight actually played out, it didn't surprise me because I knew Munguia was going to throw a lot of punches, and I saw a lot of people giving him credit for throwing a lot of punches. That's what he was supposed to do. Canelo Alvarez is an economical guy. He likes to fight in spurts. That was his best chance to win. But when he was landing on Canelo, nothing he landed really seemed to affect Canelo. And as Canelo got his timing down, got his rhythm down, it was just a matter of time. I told Pops in the second round when he was throwing all that crazy shit. Mm-hmm. He was throwing all them punches. I said, Pops, calm down, because in about 2 rounds, Canelo's gonna sit his ass down. Sure enough, latter part of the 4th round comes, Canelo sits his ass down. So it was Canelo Alvarez giving Jaime Munguia a real education of what it takes to win at the highest levels of boxing.
And I never seen Canelo actually stand up throughout the whole fight.
No, he's done that before.
He's done it before. And I think today was nothing more short of how Canelo is, to pride himself, and he said, I'm going to not let this guy do it or anybody else. And like I said, Cinco de Mayo started out real good today.
Yeah, and overall, I'll say this. One of the things that Canelo's always done well as a fighter is hold his ground and be a very composed fighter in the pocket. And that trait, I feel like, going into the fight and even during the fight is what separated the two. Canelo could hold his ground in the pocket and deliver return fire back in a vicious way. Munguia he doesn't have those dimensions to his game. He doesn't have that level of know-how in the pros. So that was a big difference, and that's why Canelo's walking away with the victory in his 65th pro fight. And the question now becomes, Pops, is he gonna ever fight Dave Benavidez? What's next? Could he be fighting Edgar Berlanga? He was asked about Benavidez by Jim Gray in the post-fight interview. He pretty much said that he's not gonna, if the money's right, just a political answer. The money's right. I can do whatever I want. I fought all these people. I don't gotta prove nothing. What do you think about what do you think he's gonna do next? Do we get a Benavidez fight, or does he fight Berlanga? What do you think is next, really and truly, for Canelo?
I'll be honest. Whatever he does, he's entitled to do. He's earned it. A lot of people want to see him fight the Benavidez fight, even when him fighting Munguia. Does he have to do it? No. Does he want to do it? Who knows? But I think I personally think whatever he does, he's done everything else. What more do you want from him? What more do you want from him?
I'm gonna disagree with you there. I think if you're gonna call yourself the face of boxing, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Right.
You have a responsibility to deliver the fights that the public wants to see.
Okay.
And look, I'm not saying you gotta do everything the public wants to do because I mean, mind you, I was the guy that wanted to see him fight Demetrius Andrade. I never got that. So you can't please everybody. And I get where you're coming from with that, but this isn't a fight that just came out of nowhere. Like people have been talking about this fight for years on end now. So I think at some point.
So you're saying basically that he should fight Benavidez, whatever the outcome, and then retire?
Or honestly,
Well, he's done everything
to
else.
be honest,
He's done everything else.
I think it'd be right now. Right now would be the perfect time to retire.
Yeah, I mean, what more?
You just fought this guy in one of the biggest fights in the history of your country. You beat him. You look good doing it. I think right now he'd be more within his rights to retire.
And he came out and literally said indirectly or directly that when they asked him where do you think you sit among Mexican fighters, he said, "Well, I'll let the people decide or whatever."
That's a fair answer.
But he humbled himself and he didn't say like before people.
Yeah, because if he would have said, "Yeah," I would have said,
"I'm the best." I'm the but he's humbled and he realized
he just says he's the best one right now. Which
he's like he said, "I'll let the other people," but at least he didn't come out and say, "I'm the best Mexican fighter ever."
Yeah, because then it would have been World War IV.
So he's humbled himself and does things. So
good answer from Canelo. Yeah. I'll end it on this note, Pops. It may you guys may not like it, but really and truthfully, I think Canelo Alvarez is going to fight Edgar Berlanga next. I that's what I believe. Hopefully I'm not right about it because
who's excited for that fight, honestly?
Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Y'all always listen to this, and this is why I tell boxing fans you gotta stop being so damn tribal because they'll use it against you. They'll use it against you. You want Benavidez, but you keep talking to Mexico, Puerto Rico. So look, I don't think Edgar's gonna beat Canelo right now. I think that version of Canelo that fights Edgar stops Edgar, honestly. But it's a good fight. Edgar's a big, strong kid. He's got a big Puerto Rican fan base.
Like what you say.
Why not? You know,
like you saying before.
We're not getting Benavidez.
Yeah.
We know he's not fighting like a Morel.
Berlanga out there with Munguia. See what happens with that fight for the hell of it.
I really wish he would put those belts on the line against Bivol.
Who's that?
Bivol wanted to fight Canelo for the belts at 160. He wanted to drop down and fight him for undisputed belt, but Canelo didn't want to do it. So I wish he would have did that. But look, it is what it is. I've spent so many years talking down on Canelo and you know I still have my things about his career that I don't agree with. But that's any fighter. You can go to any fighter in history. You can nitpick their career. Great performance tonight against Jaime Munguia. This is a guy Munguia that was 43-0 that a lot of people were like talking about him like he was. I never thought he was an illegal fighter, so it's not a surprise to me. But tonight's performance is actually a surprise to some people out there in the world because Munguia was looked at to be this guy that could dethrone Canelo, and some people thought this was going to be kind of like a De La Hoya, Julio Cesar Chavez situation where the torch was being passed, and it was not that. Canelo Alvarez keeps the crown. And
I'll just end on this note that you were saying before. You says. In a way, I'm glad that Munguia did get. Because if you thought other fighters duck other fighters,
thank you. That's actually what we're gonna end this video. It's funny that I'm saying this because people, I know people are gonna say I'm the number one Canelo hater, but I've always disliked Jaime Munguia more than Canelo because at least Canelo got to a level where he was like doing record breaking things and he stamped himself as a star. Yeah. Munguia never even got to that level. Yeah. Ducking Demetrius Andrade, ducking Johnny Beck, getting gifts against Dennis Hogan, winning world titles against blown up welterweights. He was always to me one of boxing's most manufactured fighters.
So my son said.
And so I told Pop, I said, look, he didn't even get to nowhere near Canelo's level, and he did some real deep, like maybe not him because he's not, but like Fernando Beltran, Zanfer Promotions, they did some real diva shit.
Yeah.
And so if you think it was bad before, if he beats Canelo and gets these belts, it's gonna get worse. So as crazy as it sounds coming from me, I'm actually happy Canelo won.
Canelo.
And I'm happy and I'm relieved because look, we know that Canelo's not gonna get stripped, so let's not hold our breath.
Yeah.
But it's just Munguia getting the belts would have been even worse. I hold true to that conviction.
Yeah, you say they protected him then. Imagine we had all the belts.
Because you gotta remember, Golden Boy helps promote him, and Golden Boy don't got a lot of stars.
No.
And Ryan Garcia just tested positive for steroids, so you don't think they'd be extra careful with him?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. So thank you, Canelo.
Thank you, Canelo. Shout out to Eric.
The night belongs to him.
And the night belongs to him. He showed himself to be a fantastic fighter tonight. And Jaime Munguia has to go back to the drawing board and tighten some things up. Like, he should have been tightening things up. But guess what? This is what happens when they put training wheels on you your whole career, and then you go up and you step up and you fight someone. That's the real deal. We found out when he fought Sergey Derevyanchenko. We found out even more when he fought Canelo. So hold your L. The O is no more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Best wishes to Jaime Munguia. Hopefully he comes back strong and gets better from this. I'm not a hater to that degree. I want to see him get better. He's still young and come back and he can be better. But he was never on that level to begin with. So maybe now this will be the thing that could get on that level, you know?
And like Canelo says, Viva Mexico, cabrones!
There you go. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canada, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.